rebirth of oneself, different than, the expectation or the desire to have a child. And I look at all those points in my life that over a 20-year period, and the hopes and the dreams and the desires and the wants. And there was probably over a 10-year decade that I had thought, you know what, I think this ship has sailed, and completely let go of even the notion of ever being a mother, and life continued to surprise me. And I'd mentioned earlier about, self-nurturing and healing. And I think that was probably one of the unexpected gifts of this path, was my own personal journey. And for those of you who are walking this path, and maybe you've just lost a little one, or you're going through, certain type of fertility treatments, just know that sometimes, it can look different, can be longer. And, I never imagined that I'd be in my late 40s and being a mom. And it blows my mind, it blows my heart, and it's been the most incredible experience of my life, and it was so worth the wait. And, you witnessed pieces of that journey, and all of those things, and all the time and effort and the physicality of what it took for women that are out there, those flipping injections in your tush, my word. But it was a wild, beautiful ride. And, I prayed about it, and I knew that I'd be led, but never in my wildest dreams did I think that God would send me somebody so sincere and so lovely as you to carry our little one. And so, I look at how you birthed life, you sponsored life, you offered life to this little one. Our daughter wouldn't be here without you. And, I felt that this was important to share because, we're living in a world where, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's chemicals or hormones or what, but there seems to be more and more families and individuals, both men and women, that are having challenges to conceive. And like I said, for my own journey, it was a 20-year journey, and there was a lot of unexpected loss, but there was also so many unexpected blessings. And this unique constellation of this family, how it's all come together, it blows my mind and heart. And Mary B., you sponsored life in the most meaningful and unexpected way. Our daughter wouldn't be here without you. And it was a decision that you made that took such incredible courage. It was bold. It was beautiful. It was kind. It was generous. And I know I've thanked you, but I thought it was appropriate in this moment to say thank you. You were so gracious in offering to carry our little one as a surrogate. I wasn't able to carry, as you know, and I have a rare genetic disorder. And so, never in my wildest dreams, in my deepest heart of prayers, could have I imagined God sending somebody as sincere and true as you. So thank you. God is good.
Well, thank you. Never in my wildest dreams either, I think I must say. And this has been such a gift to me. And I don't know even quite where to begin. I did not think it would end in our little modern family that is created. No, there's no way. You could have told me that 10 years ago, and I wouldn't have believed you. How could I? But necessity is the mother of invention, and getting to know you and Tony as I did, and hearing that this was something that you would need, someone to make this happen. We didn't even discuss it. We never had a conversation about it. People ask me, like, how did this even come about? And it was like an understanding, a happening of when I found out that they would need someone to carry. All of a sudden, there was this little voice. And I never had any intentions of having children myself, but it was just like, I'll do it. I would love to do that. And to be able to be a mother is something I never thought I would get to experience. And I'm so grateful that I have this gift. Thank you both. Lucky me.
Lucky me.
Well, thank you. I was going to share, when our child was just born, friends of mine came over and they had a little gift, and it was a frame of Khalil Gibran's poem on children.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I read it at that moment, and cried my eyes out at the line and just the notion that your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself.
Mm.
And I just think that idea that, when you look in the eyes of children, that is what, like, when we look at all the turmoil and what's going on in the world right now, as adults, it's scary as adults. It's scary as an adult to watch the news these days. And then to think about it in the context of not even protecting, I don't think that's the right word. I honestly don't know that it's about protection as much as it's about sponsoring life and making it, making the world worthy of the children that we have. There's another quote, Pablo Casals, that said, "Make this world worthy of its children." And as I never in my wildest dreams imagined being a mom and how this has come to be, now it's shifted my whole perspective on what we're doing here. Mm-hmm. And what Tony would call it the ultimate outcome. We have many outcomes throughout a day, but what's really your ultimate outcome? And if purpose is too nebulous of an idea, which I don't think it is, but if you can say to yourself, like, really, and parents often talk about kids saying the darndest things. It's like kids will ask you that question, like, what's the meaning of life? Like, what are we doing here? What's it all about? It's a good time to think about those questions for all of us, no matter who we are or what we're doing, because we're all doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't
beautiful.
We? Yeah.
I think that's where we all come together. We've all experienced loss in moments. We've all experienced joy. We've all experienced pain. We've all experienced, I think that's the flight of the human experience. Mm. And it's always calling us home. One of the gifts of the pandemic, and I think it was probably even happening before that, is, I feel that possibly the model of what a family looks like, it's ever evolving. And, I mentioned in my own family how we fostered, and it was also his, hers, and ours. My daddy was married before, my mommy was married before, they had children, then they got together and, they had me, and then we fostered children. So there was this unique dynamic of diversity of these worlds and lives coming together. And then there was chosen family, family that individuals that,